swap vehicles. That was an idea that came up today.
Yeah, totally.
I'd have to trust somebody a lot for that. Welcome back to Christina's Garage Gearhead in Training. I am here for the final day of SEMA. There is so much to see here. It's hard to get to where you want to go because you want to go everywhere. If you guys end up coming to this event, just be prepared to not see everything, and you'll need to come multiple years in a row to kind of spread, I don't know, the variety out. Except for you're gonna get to know people and then you're gonna talk to everybody you know, and that's kind of what happened to me. I'm heading back over to the booth that I met Real Caroline at, and I'm gonna learn a little bit about, I don't know, like sandpaper and stuff like that. I don't know anything about it. I figured might as well learn something today. This is Ryan, and you work for Starcke.
Yes.
All I know is sandpaper is sandpaper. I don't really know like how you would choose one over another, like what application you would use things for. Like I see people using it on their car before they put paint on it. I've seen it in, you know, people doing stuff on furniture and stuff like that. Outside of that room, I don't know anything.
Right. So Starcke's been around since 1829. We manufacture abrasives for a lot of different industries, one of them being the automotive industry. We cover automotive manufacturers, painting new cars, all the way through when you get a fender bender and you have to repaint your bumper. Some of the different products we make are for different materials, whether you're sanding bare metal, paint finishes, plastics, anything in between. It can determine which product might be best for you. A lot of people have that mentality that sandpaper is sandpaper and it doesn't necessarily matter which one you use, but you can get a lot better performance if you pick the right product for what your application is. And that's kind of what we're here trying to do, is to teach people what products are better for which things.
And like when you go to Home Depot, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like what makes your brand different than other ones?
So if you go to like a Home Depot, that's a general abrasive. It'll work pretty well for whatever you're doing, but it might not necessarily be the best product for your application. So for instance, our 514 product, which is an aluminum oxide with a paper back, it's great for sanding bare metal, it's great for sanding primers. If you get into some of your, if you might get into some issues where you have some loading problems where it's filling with dust, and you might need to switch to something like our 747, which has a special top coat. These different products are available, but not necessarily everybody knows the difference between the two. One's gold, one's gray. What's the difference? So finding out the differences between them is kind of why we're here, and just trying to teach everybody what's going on with sandpaper.
And so SEMA is more automotive, right?
Yes,
is your application just automotive or like anything?
No, it's anything. Starcke's main focuses are probably our biggest market would be the automotive industry, but we also do stone and solid surface countertops, wood floors. We get a little bit into wood furniture as well. But our target market and probably our largest segment is the automotive refinish and manufacturing industries. So.
And there was some, what was that about the matchbox that you were mentioning the other day?
Oh, matchboxes, yes. So Starcke's been around forever. Prior to 1829, 1829 is when we incorporated. Prior to that, our history is so old that we don't really know exactly when we started. But Starcke started out manufacturing matchboxes in Germany. Strike matches, like the wood stick with the box that you strike them on. That was what kind of brought Starcke into the world, and then we started getting into different industries, and abrasives became our main focus. We're also involved in other industries over in Germany, but the Starcke brand in Germany and then Starcke USA is sandpaper.
If someone's interested in learning more about your product, maybe trying it on their vehicle, and they don't know, what, like for me, for example, I wouldn't know what I would need. What would be the best way to get in contact with you guys to figure out whether your product works and if you're for that application, and if so, what specific one to use?
So they could either find us on our website at starkkeusa.com or our Instagram page, Starcke_USA. Those are probably the two best ways to find us, find out about our products. Our phone numbers and our contact information are listed on those as well. If you need to get in touch with us, our customer service phone number is on there, our emails, things like that. They could find different product information on there. We have different product sheets, digital catalogs. Pretty much anything about our product line can be found online or by calling or reaching out to us online.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care.
I am here with Dustin and Brito with Driveway Finds. I met them at LS Fest West in Vegas, and we're actually back in Vegas.
I know.
We
Here
came
we
full
are.
circle.
It's just a Vegas thing,
I would love to learn more about like you guys, how you started, and kind of sharing like a little bit of back end of encouragement to other people, because you guys have become so successful that when people look at your stuff, they might go, well, there's no way I can do it.
Totally.
Sharing a little bit of that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
We want to go way back.
We can go way back. You can lead off.
So I'm a high school shop teacher. I teach welding and automotive, and Dustin was in my first ever class. So sort of instantly became friends. To give you the condensed version, we've been friends ever since. It's been 11 years almost we've known each other. And a few years back, we got pretty serious about driveway fines.
Yeah, so things started, our friends and I, we would drive around, look for cars, and like, why don't we start taking pictures of this? So that's kind of where driveway finds came from. And then Brito and I got super serious about it, started to make it into kind of like a bigger social media thing. And it just kind of grew from just about cars to more about like car life, because these cars are a huge part of our lives, and I'm sure your guys' lives as well. And it's really everything.
And you can only make so many reels about, like carburetors and stuff. It gets into the like your wife's mad at you, or your kid wants to help you work on your car reel. And if I was going to give any advice to anybody starting out, I would say just post whatever you can, and then as you get better, make it as nice as you can, but just post whatever you can and be your authentic self, and don't grift. Just be who you are and try to stay on that.
100%. Yeah, the worst action is inaction, and definitely like Brito said, just be yourself. Honestly, like this is us, this is what we do, this is what we love. We just put it out there to make you guys laugh, to make you guys relate to it. And honestly, there's definitely times, even now, where something doesn't perform very good or something, and I'm just like, man, it bums me out. But it's like, don't let that stop you, let that fuel you, and let that keep you going, let it push you further to just keep trying, keep doing it, because it will pay off, and all your hard work will pay off in the end.
What's up next for you guys? Because I know we've had some conversations about things that you're thinking about putting in the future. Let's put some stuff.
Can I just give you what I think Dustin's thinking, what I'm thinking right now?
Okay.
So right now I'm like, projects we got to finish. Oh my gosh, we got to take a motor apart, the 6.0 apart. And Dustin's like, I'm gonna invade Poland. I want to conquer the world now. And he's just got these. So we're very different. I'm a little more grounded.
That's
he's more
works.
of a dreamer. Yeah. We were actually talking about it last night. We were talking about like people we know, and you have to kind of have the two separate personalities for something, because he's definitely the dreamer, and sometimes I'm the dreamer. Sometimes we definitely switch roles.
We check each other.
But it's good to balance, and yeah, so your answer was what's next, and I'm like, we got a couple trucks to build.
Right. We got the Brito up next, which is just like the immediate, like right now. Up next is really like trying to get into the long form space for us. So we're Driveway Finds on YouTube, and just to continue growing and just to continue making people laugh, and just, it's for the love of cars, right?
You
Being
did.
a professional editor.
That would be.
That's okay.
I think all content creators
everybody
are like.
just was like, that is the most relatable thing you've said in this interview. Yes, exactly.
I don't know, am I allowed to say it out loud? That we were talking about some of the ideas that you guys had the other day about people together, bringing people together.
Yeah, we think it would be fun to have events, like things that people can come to, whether it's a car show or like a cruise somewhere, something cool like that, where, because this is really what like SEMA has really showed us. Like, it's so fun to like meet you guys in person and just like hand out stickers and, other influencers, just to meet them, and just, it's awesome. It's really cool.
It's like a Driveway Finds drive and chill event where we can all meet up, because we it's so crazy to think we have really good friends that we've never met in person.
Yeah, 100%.
And they all have cars. They're all into the same stuff as us. If we could just get together and do something, I don't even care if it gets a lot of views. I mean, I'd like it to, but I mean, the deal is like just hanging out with these people is enough for me to be happy. And if we could get together and see each other, go to a racetrack and do some funny challenges, make some reels together, swap vehicles. That was an idea that came up today.
Yeah, totally.
I'd have to trust somebody a lot for that.
Yeah, 100%, honestly, yeah, for sure. But we'll see, hopefully some events in the future, but just definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, we're manifesting, putting out in the universe.
Yes,
for sure.
Definitely, lots of manifesting.
You guys are awesome. Please follow their stuff. I'm going to put it all in the caption.
Cool.
And they're the same people as they are online, and they're absolutely hilarious. You need to go follow them. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate it.
I just met Stanley
Yes.
with Hot Rod Chavik.
Yes.
What do you guys do?
We do individual customizing, building from scratch, recreation, all cool stuff.
And is it like a particular time range, or like is it kind of anything that people like individual one-on-one projects?
You know what? Our business is very individual. We always make relationship with the customer, we can say, because I don't have so many customers. I have good few customers. That's the whole point and whole my like a political in my business. We are family business. My wife is in the office, son learning and helping. That's what we do, and we have 2 employees which they helping me because it's a lot of work to build car. Yeah.
How
And-
did you get into it?
Oh, I started like a kid, yeah, and modified motorcycles, start modified cars, and when I was 15, 16, slowly start working for people. It was very. I'm building cars all my life. That's what I do.
In your business, how long have you been in is this business? 'Cause I'm
Established.
assuming it's hard to
I
get
tell
to
you,
where you're at.
officially established was 2003 in Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic,
Oh, now you're here.
and now we are here.
Congratulations. That is so cool.
It is amazing. It's a blessing.
How was it? Because I've never been to Czechoslovakia. Like, how was it doing business there?
It's a beautiful country, very difficult. I don't want to say political and stuff like that. That's why I'm here.
It gives you
because,
more room for.
Yeah, sure, it's better.
That's
It's
good.
amazing. USA is amazing.
Have you moved around in the U.S. or kind of?
No, I'm just, yeah, I try to go to the first, like East Coast, because there is some companies which they make bodies, and they look, one guy starts speaking with me and looking for somebody who can manage this thing. I was there personally, visit him, and I don't like it, but I have different opinion about business. He wants to be big, I want to be small and quality, and he wants quantity. That's why I didn't, and came to the California, and that's exactly like that. You know, it's a hand-built cars, and it's a very individual.
Was it difficult to get established once you came here because you didn't have anything here to begin with?
Look, I'm the immigrant, and I did the right way. It's not easy, but it's possible. Everything is possible. United States is very friendly, and we've been blessed. It's amazing.
What advice would you give for someone else, like maybe someone else who wants to immigrate here to do, you know, maybe car stuff, or someone else that might not have anything to start with and they need some encouragement or guidance? What would you give for them?
It's an individual about everything, you know, about, I will say you have to hardworking, you know, and hardworking. And hit good background. You don't run from nothing. Some people think that they can run from the problems there. No, you will bring the problems here. You have to be clear, has to be your move on, up the higher level. That's exactly like that.
And determined and
Yes.
yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much, and
Yeah, thank you.
you know, it's really cool to hear your
Oh,
story
thank you.
because there's so many people, like both of my sides. I'm not first generation. Both sides of my family immigrated here
Sure.
with nothing, and it's really cool to hear it's first generation.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, I came here, I worked my tail off, and now I'm here at SEMA. Like, this is huge
Yeah,
that
it's
you're here.
amazing.
Is it? It's not your first year, is it?
It's a second year.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And where can people find you if they want to do business with you or maybe just follow what you guys are doing?
You can contact my wife because she's always in office. I'm probably hammering and don't hearing ringing the phone. It's a phone number 714-234-7835. That's her phone number. Or you can go on the Google and Google it Hot Rod Chavik. You will see we had so many interviews, magazines. I built the known car. I bring it from Czech Republic. It's an Indy car from 1933.
Wow.
Was here last year, and this year we built this thing, and it's already big pop. You know, people love it. You know, and yeah, probably Google it and visit us, or you can visit us in Orange County, City
Okay.
of Orange, California.
Perfect.
Hot
Well,
Rod Chavik.
thank you so much.
Easy. Thank you.
I just met Shannon, and this is your race car. Is this Ultra 4 as well, or is this a different class?
This is Ultra 4 Unlimited class, like 4400 they call it.
Okay, because I've watched 4800. So how does the Unlimited class, so the 44, differ from the 48?
Quite a bit, so you're allowed a lot more stuff. bigger tires, more shocks. 48 is kind of probably the cars that we started in, so they're a little bit cheaper, simpler, and it's just a lower class. And the unlimited class is pretty much run whatever you want. It's gotten very expensive.
When you mentioned that I didn't realize this, that you're going for your 4th win at King of the Hammers.
Yeah.
How is that? Like,
I mean,
I've never been, but like.
I've been doing it since 2008, and the first year I did it, I won. And then, I mean, you're always trying to win. And for a long time, I tried just killing it. I wanted to smash it and have record times. And then I realized, you know what I mean, nothing's going to live like that. So I've backed it off a lot. And, you know, a lot of my wins were when I didn't think I was even going to win. You know, I was just the last man standing, almost, you know. So
just hang in
you
there.
just got to, never quit.
And when it comes to like you don't use your car lightly, right? When you're doing these,
it gets abused.
with the parts that you use. So I'm most familiar with the Holley, Motive Gear, and Willwood. Like, how do each of those hold up to like the heavy duty usage?
I mean, I've been using all of them for a long time. Like the gears and stuff that Motive does. There's a lot of gear companies out there, and I've had pretty good luck, you know what I mean? Sometimes, like this year, I got a season out of a set of gears, where sometimes, you know, you get on a short course or you might have a bearing failure or something. Could be from anything, but yeah, I mean, they make some really good products, and Willwood, I've been with them for quite a while, you know. I remember back in the day, one of the guys that helped me design my front end, they had designed their own brake caliper, and that's what was on it. And I remember when it was cold, like if you push the brake pedal, I mean, it would just leak. The pistons would leak out, or leak the fluid out. And as soon as you got it warm or whatever, it would quit leaking. And I ran into Mike Hamrick out on the lake bed one day, and
he's a hoot.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've known him forever, and he's sponsored us for quite a while. But yeah, he's like, oh man, we got it fixed up. And then as soon as I got home, we took that junk off, and he sent me the right stuff and put it on there. And I mean, I've been gold ever since. They make good products, you know, all of it, everything they make. And then Holley, you know, Holley makes a bunch of different products that we use, you know, could be safety equipment, could, you know, our dash and electronics and all the switches and stuff. I mean, Holley owns a bunch of different companies, and you know, we use pretty much all of them. There's my seats and safety equipment are all Holley, and then a lot of the parts on the motor, you know, intake and just all kinds of stuff.
So with, you know, Holley owning so many different companies, how was it facilitating, like, okay, these are all the things I need? Did you have to go to each individual company, or were they able to kind of like help you?
Yeah, I go through one guy, and you know, he'll get a hold of the other company or whatever, but it's very convenient for me because it's easy to, you know what I mean, I don't have to go hunting it down for someone else, and they happen to have a lot of good stuff, so it works out in my favor.
Like more convenience too, because of the wide variety.
Yeah.
And I interviewed the gentleman at ADS over at LS Fast West, so now I'm kind of like, it's all starting, because I'm very new to all the automotive stuff, so all of it's starting to kind of come together. And ADS was specifically for the off-road.
Yeah, they build all my shocks, and ADS is a company owned by Holley. And you know, what's funny is I didn't even know it. A friend of mine actually owned ADS as long as I've been racing, and he had always tried to get me to switch, and I'd been sponsored by Fox for 25 years, and it just kind of went downhill. You know, they were more into marketing and all this stuff, and I actually called ADS to get stuff for a customer because Fox just kept dropping the ball on getting product and stuff. And I'm like, well, I called these guys, and they're like, well, how come you don't go to Fox? They all knew I was sponsored by Fox. And I'm like, it's a long story, you know, and they said, you know, let's talk. And then I found out that Holley had bought them, and my friend didn't even own the place anymore, and it's probably one of the best switches I've made. And I don't usually get rid of people or switch. I mean, I was with them for dang near 25 years, and so just to know that the product that they have and everything they have is good.
When you have things happen, are you able to like go to each individual company, be like, hey, this is the issue that I had? Are they good with like helping you address what happens?
Mean, if I ever have trouble or anything like that, or if I have ideas, I've had a lot of, you know, I've been racing for years, and I've got a lot of ideas, and a lot of people that are, companies that want to grow, they want to know if there's something that are going to make their product better, and that's kind of where sponsored drivers come in. We're not just using their parts, we're pretty much testing them. You know what I mean? We're like,
R&D.
we're putting it in the battlefield. You know what I mean? And come back and say, hey, I would do this, or let's change this. So it's not just giving me product. You know what I mean? I'm giving them feedback, and we're working together to make the best.
And if someone wants to watch you race other than King of the Hammers, where do you usually, because the Ultra 4 has all sorts of different places that they go. Do you race outside of that as well, or?
I used to do a lot I race short course trucks. I race, I've won the Baja 1000 in my class. I've been all over, but just these last couple of years, I'm sticking with the Ultra 4. Just, it's enough. There's a lot, it takes a lot to maintain all them vehicles and stuff, so.
Awesome.
Yep, just doing the 4400 car now.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, Shannon.
You're
I really
welcome.
appreciate it. And if you guys want to follow their stuff, I'm going to put all of it in the caption so
Right on.
people can check you out in action.
Right on.
Because if you haven't seen off-road stuff, I giggle like a little child because it's so cool, especially when you go over the big boulders and the jumps. And
Yeah.
I interviewed Chuck Crosland yesterday, and I've seen him race. And
Yeah.
if I can make it to King of the Hammers and put it in the universe, it'd be cool to watch you race as well.
Well, if you make it out there, make sure to come say hi, and we'll have a good time.
Will do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, that concludes SEMA 2024. It is a double-edged sword. I am excited I'm going to be able to go home and sleep. At the same time, I am kind of bummed because I've built so many great relationships, and many of them I'm not going to be able to see again until next year. I do have more videos that are going to be coming out within the next week or two to share some more one-on-one interviews that I did with some of the other people here at the event. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you. I'll see you next time.